Stephen Leacock is a modern English prose writer and he has written many prose pieces. All his prose pieces are known for his subtle humor. And all his writings talk about real life situation. With the photographer is a short prose that illustrates Stephen Leacock's experience with the photographer. Let us see the story. One day, the author Stephen Leacock went to a studio to have his photograph taken, and the photographer looked at him without any enthusiasm, without showing any interest. He was a drooping man. The photographer was a drooping man in a grey suit with a dim eye. He looked like that of a natural scientist. So he asked Stephen Leacock, sit there and wait. And he was waiting for an hour. And this writer, Stephen Leacock, he read some journals, some magazines such as Ladies' Companion for 1912, the Girls' Magazine for 1902, and the Infants Journal, which was published in 1888. He was waiting for an hour, but this photographer was not at all calling him. At last, after an hour, the photographer opened the inner door and he said severely, "Come on," he said. Okay, so this man, Stephen Leacock, he went into the studio and the photographer said, "Sit down." He sat down and there is a beam of sunlight filtered through a sheet of factory. Okay, a cotton screen just against a frosted skylight or a screen அவன் பின்னாடி இருக்குது. So இவன் முன்னாடி உட்கார்ந்திருக்கிறான். The photographer rolled a machine into the middle of the room and crawled it behind. Okay, it from behind. And he was only in it just a second. Next, when the photographer just crawled back into the machine, and he drew a little black color cloth over himself, or black color cloth மேல பொத்திக்கிட்டு பார்க்கறான். Okay, I thought, okay, that writer Stephen Leacock, he thought that the photographer was praying. உள்ள உட்கார்ந்து ஏதோ prayer பண்றான் போல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவனும் அப்படியே kept still, அமைதி அப்படியே வாஷ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கிறான். But the photographer came out and he looked at me in a serious manner. இவன் அப்படியே grave பார்த்துட்டு, okay, serious. He shook his head. Okay, the face is completely wrong. It's quite wrong, he said. Then உன் face பார்த்தா ரொம்ப தப்பா இருக்கு. Okay, then this man, I know, I answered quietly. Okay, I have always known for it because I have lived it for a period of 40 years. இந்த ஃபேஸை வச்சு தான் நான் 40 years வாழ்ந்திருக்கிறேன். எனக்கு தெரியும் என் ஃபேஸை பற்றி, என் ஃபேஸோட ஃபீச்சர்ஸை பற்றி அப்படின்றாரு. பட் திஸ் ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபர், வாட் ஹி டிட் மீன்ஸ், ஹிஸ் ஃபேஸ் இஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி ராங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு he twisted Stephen Leacock's face and stood looking at it. I don't like your head. And open the mouth a little. You open panna. Then close it. Then roll your eyes. Drop your ears. Then put your hands on the knees. Just turn the face just a little. Over hints and twist the hip up towards the elbow. Okay, I don't like the face quite now also. Then this writer Stephen Leacock, he was very unhappy with this situation and he said, "Stop," or emotional, with dignity. Okay, he said, "This is my face and it is not yours. It is mine. I have lived it for 40 years. I know my fault. I know my face fault." Okay, he says. But when he was arguing with the photographer, this photographer just snapped. He snicked. Okay, then the photographer pulled a string. The photographer was taken. Then this Stephen Leacock asked him, "Okay, I need my photograph immediately. Please give me the proof of it," he asked him. Whereas the photographer said, "No, I have to develop the negative. Come back on Saturday." I will let you see a proof. நான் அப்போ கொடுக்குறேன் உன் ஃபோட்டோவை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவன் அனுப்பிடுறான். So again, this writer, Stephen Leacock, he went back on Saturday. The photographer called him. இப்போ இவனை பார்க்க ரொம்ப சீரியஸா இருக்கிறான் than before. Okay. அவனை பார்த்தா he was in a certain pride in his manner also. So he unfolded the proof of a large photograph. Okay. And he was astonished to see the photograph. And the photograph அப்படியே சைலண்டா பார்க்கறான் கொஞ்ச நேரம். He was shocked to see, who is it me? இது என்னுடைய ஃபேஸா அப்படின்னு பார்க்கறான். Yes, he said quietly, and we went on looking at it. The eyes பாரு அப்படின்னு கேட்கறான். It does not look, it don't look very much like mine. இது பார்த்தா என்னுடைய ஐஸ் மாதிரியே இல்லையே அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். Oh, no. I have retouched them. They have come out completely, splendidly. இப்போ எப்படி அழகா இருக்கு பாரு. I retouched them, he says. And what about my eyebrows? Eyebrows என்ன பண்ணீங்க அப்புறம்? He says, we have a process now. The photographer said, the Delphi, and the process உடைய பேர் Delphi. So just I removed the eyebrows and I applied it. Okay, what about the hair? Okay, because I don't like the hair low on the skull. Then இப்படி ஒன்னொன்னா பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கிறான். What about the mouth? What about my ears? What about my eyes? அப்படின்னு ஒன்னொன்னா கேட்கறான். And this photographer, he said, we have a process like Delphide or sulfide for removing the ears entirely, and he has animated his features. Okay, the photographer has animated his features, whereas Stephen Leacock was very much angry. கோபத்துல how God has given my face. Okay, like that I need that real picture, that real photograph, not this animated picture. எனக்கு இது வேணாம். So take your negative, whatever it is you call, you dip it in sulfide or bromide or oxide or cowhide, anything you like. Remove the eyes, correct the mouth, adjust the face, restore the lips, reanimate the necktie, reconstruct the waistcoat. நீ என்ன வேணாலும் திருப்பி பண்ணு, பட் என்னுடைய ரியல் பிக்சர் தான் வேணும். Okay, you emboss it or gild it, then you have done it all that. Okay, so keep it yourself and your friends. They may value it, but it is worthless babble. Okay, either it is not valuable for me because it is not at all my real picture அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரொம்ப அழுது மனக்கசப்போட, okay, with a bitter experience, he broke into tears and left the studio. Okay, pa. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.